In one of the previous videos, we discussed a little bit more about the inverters and how I use it. And in that video, I mentioned that I don't use the wire that came with the inverter. I rather upgrade it to a thicker wire. Then in the comments, someone asked, what is the thickness of this wire? So before I answer that question, I first need to explain a couple of things. In my application, the reason the purpose of this inverter for myself is that when I bought this 3 kilowatt in the beginning, the reason I bought it was I don't want to use my generator for a 2-hour, 3-hour session to pull the whole house just so I can watch TV. I mean, the fridges and stuff like that will be fine for 2 or 3 hours without electricity. So I went to the shops, I went to look for the cheapest inverter I could find. This one at that point was 1,800 Rand at one of my local Chinese shops. So again, this is a Chinese brand, so I'm sure the reason why it is cheap is obvious. So I bought this so that I can watch TV in that 2 or 3 hours, and my internet, my Wi-Fi is switched on, my kids can use their phones, we can entertain ourselves. So I use this in the same way that I use my generator, by directly connecting it to the power supply of the house. But then I went around, I switched off all the refrigerators, the freezers, stuff that wasn't really necessary. The reason for that is I've got two batteries, it's 100 amp hours each. So that batteries cannot support my whole house for a long time. So it's just a short amount of time, then the batteries will be flat. So to save the batteries, because we don't always know how long the power will be off, I switch off all the appliances that's not necessary, and I ran this through my house. But at one point I forgot to trip the earth leakage that goes back to the grid. Then this inverter stopped working. Something was wrong with it. I wasn't sure what it is. I'm not a trained electrician. I'm not an electrician at all. So I went and I bought a 2 kilowatt, a little bit smaller one. And that was working for me fine as well. But then what I did is I didn't plug it back into my house system on its own. So I ran a separate extension to the Wi-Fi, and then from there to my TV and my fan and charging a phone or small things like that, so that I can get the most hours out of my batteries as possible. So for that little amount of energy that I'm using from this inverter, the standard wires that comes with it will be sufficient, I'm sure of it. But if you use like this 3 kilowatt inverter to its full capacity, I don't think this wire will be the best choice. I'm sure it will do the job. I'm not sure what is the requirements for wire versus the output. I don't know anything about that. I had thicker wire, so why not use it? I've got it, use it. So just going back quickly on this inverter, I opened it up and I found on the motherboard there's 5 fuses. One of the fuses has blown, it fused. So I just simply replaced the fuse, and my 3 kilowatt inverter is working 100% again. So now, as you can see, I fitted the clamps that can fit onto my vehicle's batteries. So when I go camping, I connect this directly to the vehicle's batteries, and I can use it to power all the lights on my camp trailer. That includes the fridge as well. Unfortunately, the battery inside the vehicle is a normal lead acid battery. I'm not sure about the size, but it's not a big one. I did a test last weekend with it. I could run the fridge overnight, but that was it. Then the car was done. So we had to jump start the car. So definitely in the future, I will upgrade the battery system for the camp trailer with the solar panels and the whole thing. And I will take you along on that journey as well. So now, just to answer the question that this specific person had, this is the wire for the 2 kilowatt inverter. It's a little bit thinner than the 3 kilowatt inverter, it seems like. Okay, just to go back onto this one, this wire is it looks like about 4.5, almost 5, let's call it 5 millimeters. This one that I used, I don't say go to a big wire. That is just my opinion. It works for me. I don't know what the size should be. I think this is a little bit overkill. I think you can go a little bit smaller than this. But again, this is what I had. This is what is available for me. This is what was lying around. And it seems like this one is about, let's call it 12 or 13 millimeters. So yes, there's a significant difference in size. One thing that I really do know that is if you use this inside a vehicle and you mount this, let's say at the back of the vehicle, the furthest point away from your battery, you have to run cables to your battery of your vehicle. This size wires on that distance, I can tell you now, will not be sufficient. If you go that distance, definitely go for a much, much thicker wire. This one, I keep it as is, just for interesting sake. Let's just find out what this size of this one is. There's not really exposed side. Okay, let's see if I can get in here. Well, this is, let's call it about 6 millimeters. So it looks a lot thicker, but it isn't really. I think that is just the eye blind. I've bought some jumper cables from them before, and it had thick wire, but if you open it up, it's small wires inside. But yes, so I hope that answers your questions on this. Guys, please, I know we say this a lot, but it will really help us if you subscribe to our channel. We need to grow this channel. We work a normal job like everybody else. We are not being paid through YouTube. We don't have enough subscribers for that. So our projects takes a long time for us to complete. My trailer took me, I think, a little more than 3 years to get it up to where it is now. I mean, I cannot make YouTube videos and drag that video for 3 years. So, I mean, everybody will lose interest in that video. So, at this stage, it's a little bit difficult to get projects started because everything costs money. And I mean, I can't just fund this YouTube channel. I need to maintain my life as well. Vehicles, tires, licenses, maintenance to my house, stuff like that. But if we reach a certain amount of subscribers, we can start asking YouTube for money. So obviously it will be a little money, but as the channel grows, it will become more. And then obviously 100% of that money we will put back into videos. We will try to make more videos, better content, make it a lot quicker, the projects, finish them earlier. So yes, guys, please subscribe. Please share this with your friends. If this channel helps you and it's something that you are interested, please subscribe. Share it with everybody. Talk about our channel. Let's grow our channel. Let's get South Africa on the map as well. One of our good friends was involved in a motorcycle accident. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured. It doesn't appear to be too badly damaged, but we want to challenge ourselves to see if we can help our friend. So again, please tune in next week to see if we are successful in saving this motorcycle. So guys, as always, thank you for watching our videos. We do appreciate each and every one of you watching our videos. So until next time, have a nice day.